you know a woman by the name of Marie Van Britten Brown was the original inventor of the home security system? Marie was born in Jamaica, Queens in 1922 and worked as a nurse by day. While working as a nurse, Marie was often left home alone and wanted to create something that can give her an extra protection while being home alone, especially growing up in the rough neighborhood of Jamaica, Queens in the 60s. So her and her husband created and patented the original idea of the home security system in August of 1966. While Marie was the original inventor of the idea, she was never able to capitalize on this billion-dollar industry, which we still use to this day. Nevertheless, I want to thank Marie for her great contribution to society and helping everybody to feel safe and protected in their home.
Young brother in here. Does it put up? Yeah, it's recording. Yeah, it's recording. Step right into it.
The young gunner,
young guy, yeah.
Jumped in, making an appearance.
And try not to look down at that camera because you get stuck. But yeah, just look at this one. Yeah, you got the whole Young Tang Clan with y'all today.
This is Tang Clan, man. Movement.
I wanna make it TV.
So talking about that, you gotta get into the H&M.
H&M, yeah.
Gotta get into the H&M. You gotta get into the H&M. And the thing about H&M that a lot of people are saying, well, why are you mad now? You guys should be mad at a whole bunch of things, you know, that who violated or disrespect or had a history of disrespecting, you know, people of our race and stuff like that. And I say this. Let's just have catalysts. We need the catalyst to start the conversation to actually, you know, start making more moves and being more conscious of where we're putting our money. So this is what I'm going to do. Not only H&M, but I'm going for Zara because I love Zara, but not no more.
Yeah, I'm
not going to Zara no more.
H&M,
because people want to boycott H&M, but y'all got to boycott Zara too. If you really about it, it's Zara too.
Yeah.
And
you have to boycott Zara too.
And I looked it up. I'm pretty sure Heinz has something to do. Is it Hanes? What is it? Hanes.
Hanes
has something to do with H&M.
long road, like I say, I'm gonna be doing what I'm doing until I die. Like, whether it's be like promo, music, or videos, or conversations like this. Like
That's
this
what
is
we're
shit that
doing.
we gonna pass on to the next generation. My kids, like they kids, they'll see this content and see everything. Like, they'll
Bro,
see the
I'm
culture.
excited for
We
my
really
kids to
create
see
the
this
culture.
stuff.
Like, we create the world that the generation and the generation and the generation after that is gonna be living in. I think about the whole time, like when we're the in the age range of like being 80 and 100, there's gonna be people who are like that much younger than us. And what did we do in our lifetime to create a world for them to like be here, like experience? Was it that we? What was it that we left and impacted in our generation while we sit? For them to even think differently. Like you look at people like Socrates. He didn't come here and his role wasn't to have a lot of content and be a star, but he changed the mindset and the mentality of being to not necessarily look at people who aren't as attractive as not smart or not worthy. He even called himself like not necessarily like an ugly dude.
Yeah.
Because of his wisdom, and he kind of made that like more in the forefront as opposed to this person looks good, so now they
Right.
So there's been a lot of stuff going on in the media. You've been drowned with all this stuff. I'm tired of
Drowning.
hearing that
I'm drowning.
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 I don't even want to say it.
What?
Number 45.
45. I can't think. What's 45?
No, number 45. It'd be the 45th person.
Oh, 40. See? Yeah. That dude.
Yeah, I don't even want to go into all that.
But that dude, y'all know that dude. Come on, that guy that's always
always
on the
on the
news.
timeline, yo. It's
Always there, always on somebody's timeline.
I get it.
Always on the timeline.
You're losing your head and you're delusional. Look, I get it. Like I don't always want to see you. Like I've had enough. And the media outlets, you complaining about it. This, that, and that. Look,
This is my thing with that whole dude situation is, more so than him saying and acting and behaving in a very, crazy and erratic way. We're fueling that. We're fueling so much of that.
Who's weird? Who's weird?
We, as in the media and outlets, are just we're like we said, we're drowning in that. Every day we're getting. Well, he said this today. We did this today. It's so much. It's so much, and it's very, good to be informed. But how informed do we need to be?
I wouldn't say how informed, because we need to be very informed. But only thing is, we're not choosing what we're being informed by. It's like the rhetoric and stuff like that. Another point that I brought up too is that this is the first time that we've had somebody to sit in that position, to hold that position in office, and for us to be every day is something
every
new.
day.
It's something.
Every
Now
day.
I wonder how the 46th president will live up to the hype. I was saying this to my mother and my brother, but I'm like, to top down or that orange dude, we're gonna have to have a woman president or some kind of minority president just to top the whole
antics,
the whole charades and the whole like media hype behind the presidency. Cause now like I can't even like imagine.
Yeah, who can come after that? Somebody spectacular.
It'd have to be like
could you get? Well, you could.
it would have to be
worse,
some
but
actor, some thespian coming
somebody
in there.
has. Yeah, that's how it goes.
I'd have to be some actor coming in there.
So whoever it is, I just hope that it's just.
I think Oprah would actually.
And they say that, but I don't think she wants to do that.
I wouldn't want her to. But I'm talking about as far as popularity and being in that office.
Yeah, who can take out Oprah?
Like,
Oprah got everybody.
She can compete.
She got a good amount of people that.
Yeah, she can compete as far as like
I
popularity.
don't know if anybody can. Really
and international popularity too. I wouldn't even recommend Oprah be president. Like it's a great idea, especially coming from the dude that we have now. But there's people who are more seasoned in. I wouldn't even necessarily say politics, but people who are more seasoned in just what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, let me just use politics. There's other people more seasoned in politics that would have like a better understanding. And to be honest, let's have somebody that's in Generation Y be president. I'm down for that. Generation Y. I'll start running. I don't want to be
you.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be you.
It could be.
That's the thing. It could be you.
Got some interesting topics today. Thank you for tuning in for another installment of Do-Rag News. I'm your host, Rich Freeman, coming to you live and direct with the news. Joining us today, we sit with the top-selling hip-hop artist. I'm sure you've seen his new music video for Lean Sippin', coming from Wyoming, doing very well on the top of the hip-hop charts. Little Young, how you doing, buddy?
Whoa, Rich, you done fucked up my name. You gotta say the whole damn name. It's Little Young Baby Cashflow, the whole name. Not just Little Young. Say the whole goddamn name. Little Young Baby Cashflow.
Sorry about that, folks. It's Little Young Baby Cashflow. Okay, correction.
Yeah,
Little
that's
Young
what I'm talking
Baby
about.
Cashflow.
You know how many niggas I have to bust a cap in their ass for saying my name wrong?
Is that right?
It's Little Young Baby Cashflow. Say my damn name right. You know what it is.
Well, I'm glad you took the time out of your busy schedule to have a conversation with us. I know you have your tour and you're going all around the country. How have things been on your tour? How you doing, man?
I mean, it's going. You feel me? Like, I just pull up to the stage and I get my bands. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm getting my money, so that's what it is. You feel me? Like, that's it.
So, question: what did you do before you started rapping, Little Young? Little Young Baby Cashflow. What did you do before you started rapping?
Yeah. You better say my name right. And before the rap game, you know, I was working at a laundromat and shit. I was just cleaning niggas' dirty underwear and shit like that. But it didn't work out for me. I wasn't getting money, so I had to switch my shit up a little bit and, you know, just level up. So now I'm just here getting my money right. You know, just doing what I do best. Just being about my shit, a real nigga. You feel me? Like, that's what it is. Wyoming, nigga.
So, how'd you get your start in the rap game?
Well, you know, actually, you know, I was at work and my manager, who is now my manager, came into the laundromat and he peeped the way I cursed out my boss. He said to me, that would go perfect on the beat. So then, you know, from there, the rest was history. I just be cursing niggas out. And then from there, you know, it was just a hit. And then, you know, here we are.
Okay.
I'll be recording ever since.
Okay, there. Now I have to ask. Many of your lyrics pertain to drug use, violence, and do you ever consider the kind of influence that it can have on the youth that listen to your music?
Listen up. In my raps, I'm not here to be motivation or a good influence for the youth. That's not what I do. Like me, I just be talking about my shit, my experiences, and you know, for the motivation or good influence, you can listen to rappers like Hov. You know, he's an OG in the game. You know, and for me, like if you looking for me to be a good influence, you looking the wrong way. Most of our young rappers ain't really about that. Like, you know, like we just turned up and we lit. Like, that's it. That other shit, if you need motivation or if you need a good influence, you can listen to Michael Eric Dyson or Tariq Leap, or you know, just people of that nature. Me, that ain't what I do. You feel me? Like, just if you want to get lit or just get smacked and be lit, that's when you come and you turn on that Little Young Baby Cashflow. Lean Sippin' is on every platform, and you feel me? Like, that's really that's what I do, you know. And so if that other shit, like that ain't what I do. You feel me? Like I ain't for motivation or for influence, bad good influence. You know, like that's what I'm on. So that's what I'm on. You feel me?
You know, you make a very good point. Now, I seen in the lean sipping video you had a seizure. How has your health been since you had that seizure? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm straight. You heard? I mean, I had my seizures, but with the seizures, you know, I go to the doctor, and so the doctor then prescribed me the Percocets and the codeine to help me. You know, they write the prescription for it. So, you know, it's good for the health when, you know, your doctor's writing it for you. Now, if you do it illegally, that's something else. But for me, you know, I got the prescription. So, you know, I'm straight. The seizures, they don't really affect me as much. I just do what I have to do. And I visit my doctor at least one time a week, and I just get the prescription. So, you know, 5 pills a day, 5 quarts a day. So that's really what helps me and for my health. You know, it's good because the doctor wrote the prescription. You feel me? Yeah.
That doesn't sound too healthy. I think your doctor is trying to kill you, but whatever.
One thing I can say is you guys see us, but we are just vessels of our parents. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't think, I wouldn't dress, I wouldn't act, I wouldn't believe in what I believe in, or just go in a direction without them, you know.
You gotta show respect to your elders, and for people
If it
who
wasn't for them, none of this is possible. None of this is possible. And I know not everybody has been blessed with certain situations like that, but you know, I must show respect. I must give the kudos. I must always give the praise, because it was, you know, out of the womb, it was, we walked right into a situation where they wanted nothing
I feel
but
like
the
that is a weakness to you.
a weakness.
Yeah, that you want to not have there, and same with you. Like, what do you
That's
want to
a
not
good
have there?
question.
Like, what is there that
we
you
getting
hate?
to it now. We're getting into it now. I have one. I just had this conversation with him a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
The feeling of not feeling good enough.
Ah, when do you feel that way? Is it particular, or is it like general, like all the time, or something brings that out where you're just like?
Well, I think it's like more so like a habit, like, you know, like a thought process habit that you have. When a lot of times when I'm working or just doing certain things or going into new places, meet new people, certain times, just that feeling of, am I actually able to
Oh man,
be a part of whatever's going on?
that
It could be
hurts.
this. It could be video. It could be actually attract me. It could have been, you know, school. So I think it's more so just that thought process, more so.
that you're not maybe worthy enough.
Yeah.
That takes a shitload to even say that, bro. I think.
What?
Like, this dude just said, sometimes I don't feel worthy enough. Like, who the hell has the balls to say that in front of
I don't
you?
know. That's well, I will say, with me knowing that I have that feeling, that's why I think I work the way that I work.
Mm.
You know, and that's just something I just have to work on now. I know I have to work on, but
Yeah, you know what what's helping me and it, like, what I've been doing, because, like, that's why I mentioned this. Like, I'm focusing on my weak links so I can excel in everything that I'm going for in my life. And for me right now, it's just like a lot of meditating and changing that thought pattern. That thought pattern you have to break. And the way to break that thought pattern, or whatever thought pattern you have that you thought to yourself when I asked, is you have to speak against it. You know, whatever the heck works for you, you got to compute your brain, rewire it. You know, because this world wired it a certain way, and you got to rewire it. I mean, for me, what do I say to myself all the time? Silly, don't laugh. But for me to get healing, I say God's infinite intelligence heals me. And I think the big universe, whatever you practice, the universe is so huge and you're part of it. Your issues are so small compared to it. So if you really think of how big that is, how big God is, the universe is, let it wash it away and just speak, you know, the opposite into yourself. you know, to really
Nah,
excel.
and I definitely agree. And for me, I definitely don't want you worrying, thinking, oh man, I'm walking around thinking that
No,
way.
I get that
You
feeling.
know what I mean?
I get that feeling. I understand what you're saying. I get
it's something that I work with, but I feel like I love that feeling because I
know
know
the
how to
feeling.
work with that, and I know
Yeah.
what that represents for me, and that's what made me become more of a internal person in the sense, not really like I don't want to speak to somebody, but knowing how I truly feel on the inside,
Yeah,
and really
I feel I
catering
get
to my emotion and why do I think this way, and why do I choose to continue to think away.
Yeah.
And once you kind of get those aha moments like Oprah, you know, they help. So
Yeah.
for me, it's that, but that drives me to do what I do, and I find my love in that. So you know. You know what's so much better than I want? I will. So try to tell yourself that. I will. I will. I will. That I will, it echoes. Especially in the universe. It helps.
Now, I've reported many stories of rappers who have either died of gun violence, drug abuse, or ended up behind bars. Have you considered changing your lifestyle so that this doesn't end up happening to you?
Nah, I'm good, you know, because one, I'm always carrying. Niggas don't want no problems with me. That's number one. And you know, as far as, you know, some of the young rappers and the drug use, I do what my doctor tells me to do. So I don't worry about drug overdoses because I got the prescription. That's number one. And number two, as far as, you know, beef, I do have some beef with some rappers. There's a rapper out here, I think he go by the name of Lil AK or Lil Act. Man, fuck that nigga, number one. Because I ran up on him, bitch slapped him. You know, like Nipsey did at the BET Awards, I slapped him just like that. And he didn't want no smoke after that. So, you know, but it's just, this is the rap game. This is the rap industry. So when you come into it, you have to know what you're getting in. And you have to know. So I'm always carrying. You know, you feel me? Like, oh.
What was that? Was that a
It's
gunshot?
a part of the rap game. You know,
You have a gun on set?
and RIP to the young rappers.
Insane.
You know, there was a young rapper. His name's XXX Extension Cord. I believe that was his name, but I heard he had some good music. And he was doing his shit. So, you know, he was young, but this is the rap game, so I'm prepared for all of that. You know, I'm always carrying. I got the heat on me at all times. So it's just, there's gonna be no problems because I solve the problems. You feel me? At all times, I solve them problems. You know, I solve them problems. That's what it is. Wyoming, what up? You know, representing Wyoming in the building. Wyoming, you.
Okay, from what you told me, I don't think you're going to have a long career in the rap industry. So do you have any backup plans if this rap thing doesn't work out for you?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, if the rap game don't work out for me, I always got a plan B. And so for me, my plan is to get into the pharmaceutical drug game because, you know, one, it's legal, and you know these pharmaceutical companies be making billions on billions on billions to write prescriptions for people who don't even need this shit. You feel me? Like it's like the streets, but it ain't like the streets. So it's legal, and I'm about to get into the pharmaceutical drug game. So if the rap shit don't work out, I'm making billions. So the pharmaceuticals, that's where we at, you know. And you know, sometimes people will ask me like, "Yo, how would you feel about writing prescriptions for patients who don't even need this shit?" But you know, it's a risk, like anything. Like I'd rather do that than be on the streets. You feel me? So there's billionaires and the pharmaceutical companies. They making billions, and they write these prescriptions. You know, so if I want to keep living this expensive lifestyle, I got to be able to be on the billionaire level. And you know, rap is not that. So pharmaceutical drug game, that's where we at after the rap game, you know. So that's where we at. And you know, if you want them, if you need it, I got it. So yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to wrap this up. Your manager says you have to go. But before you leave, is there any last thing that you want to say to the people?
Hell yeah. So for the last words, for like a wise man once told me, don't write a check your ass can't cash. Just swipe somebody else's credit card and you'll be straight. That's what I learned from it. And you might have to take the risk and the gamble, but it's worth it. That's what life was about, taking the gamble. So I've been gambling. Yeah. Holla at me, Wyoming. We in the building. Yeah.
Thank you for your time, little young baby Cashflow. I do appreciate you sitting with us and giving the fans a insight on who you are as a person. Hopefully, we can do this again and we can just figure out where your career goes from here. All right, you take care now, buddy. Stay tuned. The next story, we uncover the secret underground world of robot brothels. Stay tuned. We got this report coming for you soon.
You can't get to, but I get the story. Y'all tucked in? Here we go.
All right, here you go. And keep the change.
subscribe. The subscriber list is going up. I love it. I love the slowly but surely. Slowly but surely.
I wanna make it TV.